Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Holly's Mom Life with you. So today I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on living in a small apartment with 3 young kids. So first of all, the good news is our apartment living journey will only be fairly temporary because we will plan to be moving out this summer when our house is done being built. But some of the things I guess the benefits that I like about living in a small place, and then of course the not so good benefits. So one of the first things that I really like is that it tends to take a lot less time to clean. It's actually smaller than our house, but some spaces are actually bigger. So like our living room and the girls' bedroom, our bedroom are actually larger than at our other house that we lived in. So in some ways it's been nice because I can put all their toys in their bedroom. So if I just don't want to deal with it, I can just shut the door and the living room still stays fairly put together. One of the, I guess, negative things that we've discovered is we did have to put a bunch of our stuff in storage. So I think if you are going to be living in an apartment like full time, you have to be pretty not super minimalist, but I would say you'd have to be fairly minimalist, because the only way that I get really stressed out when there's like a lot of clutter, so I have to have a place for everything. That's the other thing that I've seen a lot of people say. So that's why I get the the little square things from IKEA, and I've used those. I use those in my other house too that was kind of on the small side, because they just give a place for everything. Like I have one in my girls' room, I have 2 in the living room here for like toys and stuff, and so everything can be put back in its place. Because I have issues with I have problems with my countertop in the kitchen because I have a spot where I'm just not really sure to put stuff, so it kind of becomes a catch-all, and it's kind of an eyesore, and I'm still trying to figure out how to organize that. So one of the other benefits, I think, is that in a lot of ways you do tend to do more things together as a family, which is kind of nice. Of course, it can be kind of frustrating too, because my girls tend to fight sometimes, and you have to like separate them. And how do you separate them? You can't send them outside because we have a deck, but we don't have like a backyard or anything to go send them outside to go play in. I don't know, overall our experience at our current apartments has been really nice. One thing that I do like too is they kind of have a community aspect. They have they did a little Halloween party when we were here, because we moved in shortly before Halloween. They have they had a little Christmas thing, they gave out Christmas cards, and there is just kind of a fun little community here, and that's something that I feel like the neighborhood that we lived in didn't really have that. Granted, our neighborhood, I think there were a lot of rental homes, so I feel like there was a lot of turnover in like the people, because people would rent for 6 months a year and then they'd move out. So we really like it. We really like where we're at. The location is nice for us, and the price, of course, it was one of the cheapest apartments we could find. Still more money than we wanted to spend, but unfortunately around here like apartments are really expensive. So overall, I think that it's not been as bad as I was worried it was going to be. I mean, I guess our other option was to move in our travel trailer, either live on my father-in-law's property or live in on our build site property, which honestly, with as rainy and muddy and terrible as it gets in the winter here, I would probably cry. So I think it's probably better than the alternative. I'd say overall, I really don't mind apartment living. I think if it got to the point where we ever had to move into a permanent apartment, I honestly think we can make it work. And I don't really have any true negative things about it, except for the fact that there's really no yard, so you can't really go play. But there is kind of a courtyard area that we can take the kids to go run around and stuff. And there's also a basketball court that they can go, if they're getting just really rambunctious, we go take them there and just have them run laps. It works, right? So, but overall, I think apartment living isn't too bad with young kids. I think a lot of it is you have to be really organized, and you have to be constantly, for me at least, I'm constantly tidying up. Probably tidy up at least 2 to 3 times a day, because for me, I just like having everything cleaned up, put together. It just makes things go a lot smoother. So anyway, I hope that was helpful, and if any of you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave them below, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.